Life insurance can be a great risk management tool, but life insurance might be changing because of everything happening in 2020. What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. Life insurance can be an important part of smart financial planning, but the way life insurance works might be changing. Insurance companies are kind of like banks. They make a ton of money off of people that don't understand how the system works. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't use a bank. That means you need to know how to use your bank the right way. And that also means that you need to know how to use your insurance company the right way. Banks hate telling people that we can't get you a loan, because if they tell you no, that means they're gonna make less money. So if they have a way that they can lend you money, even if you can't afford it, they're gonna do it. Insurance companies are sort of the same because they will always want to sell you insurance, even if it's for something that you don't necessarily need. Now, this doesn't mean insurance is bad. Insurance is actually really important for a smart financial planner, but it means you need to understand how insurance works. But now, because of this whole economic slowdown and because of this pandemic happening, insurance companies are, quote, doing the unthinkable by turning away life insurance clients. That's why in this video, I want to go over how life insurance might be changing, and if you are in the market for life insurance, you want to make sure you watch this video until the end because you want to make sure you understand exactly what's going on right now. But before we get into that, hit that thumbs up button below, because if you don't, then YouTube doesn't share our video with anybody else. Subscribe to the Minority Mindset YouTube channel, that way you don't miss our new financial education videos every single week, and hit that little notification bell too, because if you don't, then YouTube won't let you know when our new videos are released. Life insurance is a risk management strategy that you can use to protect your family from a tragedy. Essentially, you can go out and buy a $1 million life insurance policy for like $1 a day. And now, if something tragic were to happen and you were to die, your life insurance company would come and give your family a big check for $1 million. Well, just like how banks don't have a problem selling credit cards to people who might not necessarily be able to afford them or use them the right way, insurance companies usually have no problem selling life insurance to people who don't need it. If you are younger and you don't have any debt and you don't have kids or a family relying on you, well, you don't need life insurance. Life insurance is there to protect your loved ones from a financial hardship if you were to unexpectedly die. But if nobody is relying on you financially and you don't have any debts that other people are liable for, then who are you trying to protect financially? Just like that, if you are older and your kids are settled and you have assets and no debt to take care of your spouse, you don't need life insurance either. If you were to unexpectedly die, your family would be okay because, well, your kids are settled and your spouse would be able to go to these assets and investments that you worked hard to buy because they would inherit them. But what's really weird about the time that we're living in right now is that some life insurance companies are actually turning away clients that want to buy life insurance. It would kind of be like a bank turning down people who want a credit card that are qualified to own a credit card. The reason is because of how life insurance works and what's going on around us. When you decide to buy a life insurance policy, your life insurance company will look at you and they will look at your age and your health, and then they're going to decide how much money you need to pay. You look pretty good. I'm thinking $25 a month. Wait, you don't eat guac? $50 a month. The younger and healthier you are, the cheaper your life insurance policy is, and last I checked, they don't ask about how much guac you consume. So you pay this money to your life insurance company, and then this life insurance company will take your money and they'll take the life insurance policies from a whole bunch of other people, they'll pool this money together, and they'll invest a big chunk of it into bonds, that way they can get a stable return on their investment. The whole idea is that bonds are safer investments, so they give stable returns, and life insurance companies know that not everybody's gonna need life insurance all at once, but they have this big pool of money there that's getting a return, that way in case somebody needs it, they can pay this money out. Well, now because of this whole 2020 crisis going on, two things are happening. First, the yields or returns on bonds have crashed. Earlier in 2020, the Federal Reserve Bank slashed interest rates to zero to help stimulate the economy, and that means that now you can go out and you can finance your dream boat and pay less money in interest. Don't do that. That also means that your savings account is going to pay you less money, and that also means that bonds, which is where life insurance companies invest a lot of their money, are going to pay out smaller returns. Second, lots of people have gotten sick and unfortunately passed away because of this virus. Life insurance companies are able to calculate with pretty good accuracy how old people will be in their whole life insurance pool when they die. Well, because of this virus, lots of people ended up passing away sooner than expected. Look, I hope you never have to use a life insurance policy, and I hope you stay healthy for a long time. Well, what's happening is life insurance companies are now kind of getting worried about people dying sooner than expected, and so now they're thinking about making it potentially harder for people to actually get life insurance. Penn Mutual just announced that they're going to stop giving life insurance to people over the age of 70 who meet certain conditions. This was previously, quote, unthinkable, because now life insurance companies are literally turning away business. What this tells me is life insurance companies might start tightening up their policies and contracts because they don't want to get tied up into a whole bunch of new contracts that they would lose a lot of money on. That means if you were thinking about getting a life insurance policy, it might be better to do it sooner rather than later, because once you sign the contract, your insurance company is on the hook no matter what policies they change in the future for new clients. Now, I can't predict the future, but there's a chance the life insurance companies might make it more expensive for new policyholders to get a policy, or they might make it harder in the future for people to get a life insurance policy. If you already have a policy, then you're all set. You don't have to worry about this. If you're looking for a new policy, then you want to make sure you're shopping around with different insurance companies. That way you can get the best price possible, and that's why I really like our sponsor, Policygenius, and I got their link in the description below. Policygenius is a completely free service for you, where all you have to do is go onto their website, enter in a few pieces of information, which just takes a couple minutes, and then they do the work to present you different life insurance quotes from different insurance companies. That way you can make sure you're getting the best deal and the best price out there. I like Policygenius because they work with a ton of different insurance companies. That way you don't have to call 50 different people. They literally will present you the best deals in front of you, and they stand by what they do. If you can find a lower life insurance quote anywhere else, they will pay you $100 for wasting your time. Plus, I did contact Policygenius because of all these concerns that I have with life insurance going on right now, and their co-founder said that, yeah, although some life insurance companies are getting stricter, Policygenius works with a bunch of different life insurance companies. That way you have the flexibility to still get what type of life insurance you want, because you have the option to work with different life insurance companies, at least right now. However, fair warning, I don't know what getting life insurance is gonna look like in the future. So if you want to learn more about life insurance right now and see how much it will cost you today, I got the link to where you can learn more and do that in the description below. Minority Mindset is a partner with Policygenius, so if you use them, we will get compensated, but there's no additional cost to you. Their service is completely free for you. So if you want to learn more and get your free quote, I got the link to where you can do that in the description below. The thing that you have to understand about insurance and life insurance is that insurance usually isn't a good investment, but it can be a great risk management strategy. Remember, when you give your money to an insurance company, they're going to turn around and they're going to invest this money into bonds and equities. Well, if you subtract all the fees and expenses they have to pay to their expensive money managers, chances are you could get the exact same return over the long run if you just invest your money into a low-cost fund. But although life insurance might not be the best investment for the long term, it can be a great risk management strategy to protect against a tragedy. Remember, when you pay for life insurance, like let's say you're paying $30 a month for a $1 million policy. This $30 a month that you're paying goes into a big pool of investments from a whole bunch of other people that are paying $30 a month, and this money gets invested as one huge lump sum. Now, if you were to die the next year, I hope this doesn't happen, but just for the example, if you were to die, now the life insurance company is going to come into this big pool and take out $1 million, even though your $30 a month didn't grow to $1 million. They took it out of the big pool and they're going to give this to your family. This is where life insurance can work great as risk management, because it's protecting you and your family from a tragedy and losing an income source. Now, what if you're 30 years old right now and you live to be 100? Then what? Well, first of all, that's great news, and I want to hear some of your workout routines. And second, it depends on the type of life insurance you buy. Some life insurance policies are going to require you to pay money today and every month until you die, and other life insurance policies are just going to require you to pay money for the next 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. And then if you don't die during that term, you get nothing. At first, you might hear that and say, wow, well, that sounds like a waste of money. But you have to remember what you're using your life insurance for. Are you using your life insurance as an investment or a risk management tool? If you buy car insurance for your car and you don't get into an accident, what does your car insurance company give you? Nothing. If you're using it as a risk management tool, then it's just there to protect you from the worst case scenario. It's not there as an investment for your money. I mean, you can beat the returns that insurance companies get if you learn about money and you invest your money consistently. But in the short term, life insurance can serve as that bridge or that risk management that can protect you and your finances and your family against something tragic happening before your money is ready. Once you have enough assets and enough investments to take care of you and your family without having to go to a job, well, now you're wealthy and you don't need life insurance because you're a smart financial planner. The tricky thing is, we just don't know if it's going to become harder or more expensive to get life insurance in the future because of everything that's happening right now. And we've already seen life insurance companies kind of make it harder for older people to get life insurance. So if you were thinking about life insurance or your parents were thinking about life insurance, it might be better to actually go out and get the policy sooner rather than later, even if we don't use our sponsor. I just want you to know this because I don't want it to be where you were gonna get a policy and then you find out that they're gonna raise the prices by 50% or that you can't qualify for a policy just because of what's happening around us, and there's a lot of uncertainty because of that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, share it with one friend. That way we can help spread the word. If you do want to learn more about some of the different kinds of life insurance out there, I already made a video on it and you can watch this video on YouTube by clicking this button right over here. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.